What's up, you guys? It is Ashley here with Dancing with Ash, and I'm starting a new series today, and it's going to be all about the isolations. Today, we're going to be talking about everything upper body, so our head, our shoulders, and our rib cage. So let's get ooey gooey, and I'll meet you guys out on that dance floor. So isolations is one of the hardest, but yet one of the most important aspects to dance. Our movement really truly starts from our rib cage and our hips, truly from our core, and it works outward from there. But a lot of us, when we first start dancing, we see the arm movements, we see the leg movement, but not truly understanding what's happening here in the center of our body. And this is what I want to help you guys with, is understanding isolations, because that's truly where it is with the opposition, how you move. It's really important. It's not just what you see. It's really truly happening, what's truly happening on the inside. So when I do an arm movement, it's not, right now I'm just moving my arm, but it's, you see the difference? Now I'm moving my arm. It actually came from the rib cage. It started here. And so we've got to get familiar with those movements are and how that's going to help us as dancers, is really truly understanding and isolating these little small muscles that we don't move day to day, right? Sitting at a desk, at the computer, in our car, whatever it may be, we're always sitting, and it's very rare that we move this stuff, right? So I'm going to go over 3 areas today, as I mentioned in the intro. We're going to go over the head. Yes, the head itself is an isolation, understanding what to do with that. We're going to move the shoulders. Our shoulders actually move in 4 different directions, and then we're going to go into our rib cage, which actually does the same, and it actually can go a little bit beyond that, but I'm going to keep it a little bit more simple just to keep you guys just aware of that and not blow your mind, okay? So what we're going to be doing is starting with the head action. So our head can move down, it can move up, right? It can move to the left or to the right, okay? Pretty simple, right? So we have down, up, left, and right. We also could make it a circular action where we hit all those areas, like a compass, right? So we're going down. I want you to think about moving your nose in a circle, right? So I'm moving my head, it's actually to my right, your left, or you can think counterclockwise, and you want to actually do the reverse. This actually should feel pretty relaxing. You may feel some snap, crackles, and pops, depending how stressful you may be or how tight the neck area is. Awesome. So we end down and bring it back up to neutral. So just isolating that itself is its own project, right? It's its own thing. We kind of take it for granted. The next thing I want to talk about is our shoulders. Our shoulders move up, right? They move down. They move forward, right? Taking our shoulder blades, separating our shoulder blades here, or we can bring our shoulder blades together. So our shoulders can move back. So again, they can move up, down, forward, and back. So now let's take the right shoulder, which may be your left in the mirror, and take it forward, up, back, and down. Just one shoulder. Forward, up, back, and down. Again, forward, up, back, and down. Let's reverse that. Back, up, forward, and down, back, up, forward, and down. Last time, back, up, forward, and down. And then we can smooth it out, right? I'm going forward and hey, I'm going back. Yeah? We've seen a lot of dancers doing that. So we want to give our love some, give our left side some love. So we're going to take it forward, up, back, and down. Forward, up, back, and down. And then we take it back, up, and let's take it forward smoothly, following all those areas, and reverse. A. Right? Gotta have fun with it. So we have that action. So we have these rolls, right? We can roll forward, forward, back, back. This is another way of working it. Yeah? And back, back. So I'm going forward, forward, back, back, forward, forward, back, back, or forward, back, right? Okay, so that's another way of isolating it. Now, with the shoulders, it actually takes us into another thing. This is a little bonus. I didn't expect to go over this, but the shimmy. A lot of people can't shimmy their shoulders, and it's because they don't have the isolation of the shoulders. So what a shimmy does is actually it's a forward, then back, forward, back, forward, back, forward. So it's one at a time, every time, and then it just gets faster and faster. And you have a shimmy, and then you add the arms. You can add, a little bit of sass to it, but that's a little bonus for you. You're welcome. All right, so now we're gonna go into the third section of our upper body, which is the rib cage. And this is probably the most awkward part. So I want you to imagine that your rib cage, this is gonna sound weird, is sitting on a platter. Okay? So your feet, if you take up about hip width apart, slightly bend your knees. All right? And so this is just so you don't move the body, the lower body. If you have to, what I recommend, if your lower body keeps moving and distracting you, you may want to sit on a chair to try this. And I may actually just demonstrate that for you guys. So, but ideally, since we dance on our feet, I would love to have you be on your feet doing this exercise. So I want you to, again, imagine that your rib cage is on a platter. So or thinking about cutting yourself in half. This lower part does not move. It's stationary. I want you to take your arms out to the side. And I want you to think about reaching for something out to the side without moving your lower body, and reach. Naturally, we already kind of do this when we think about reaching for something, right? You may feel a little bit of pull here as I'm reaching out. With my right hand, which is your left, I'm going to feel it on the opposite side. A little bit of a stretch. And this way. So if you notice, if I were to have a platter here, it's like my rib cage is moving it side to side on the platter. Okay? Awesome. So that is our side to side movement. Just like our head and our shoulders, instead of an up or down movement, there's a forward and back movement here. So I'm going to turn to the side, and I want you to think about taking your rib cage on the platter and move it towards the front of the platter. So it's almost like if your solar plexus here, think about it as if someone was pulling that forward. So this is neutral and forward. So forward. So I'm pushing my solar plexus in the forward direction. I'm not going up, I'm not going down, I'm not arching my back or moving my shoulders. I'm not doing any of that. I'm moving this forward. This is the hardest part, to understand that. If you've ever done yoga, the cat-cow movement, that's got a similar feel to it. So maybe if you think about that, so this would be your cow. And then we're going to move into the cat. Naturally, sometimes our shoulders may react forward, but I'm not doing this to make it happen. No, because you see that my rib cage didn't move. I'm actually going forward and back. For the ladies that are watching this, if your bra strap, think of someone pulling on your bra strap, pulling you back just pulling from that point, because that's the point that you want to take back, and then forward and back, right? Okay. So those are all the four directions. There's actually even diagonal directions we won't get into today. I think this is enough. So now let's play with it. So we're going to go forward, then we're going to go this way, then we're going to go back, then we're going to go this way with our rib cage, and forward again. Side, back, side, forward. Now let's smooth it out. Woo! It's like a calypso in here. This takes a lot of concentration. And you know what's typical is that that's the right side that I just did. So clockwise, we may have a drunk side, as I like to call it. Counterclockwise may not work for you, or vice versa. Let's give it a shot. Let's see what side's stronger. So we're going to go forward, then we're going to go this way, then back to this way, forward, side, back, side. Now smooth it out. Ay. And you're going to want all these movements. You're going to have what I like to call the ooey gooey. This is ooey gooey, right? It's just moving through. And then you have sharp movements in certain dances. So this is all really important, not to skip these steps, right? Knowing forward, side, back, up, down, forward, back. You want to know all of that, and then you also want to know how to hit all of it smoothly. So yeah, that is our upper body, our head, shoulders, and rib cage. Those are a basic idea of what those isolations are. You could put on music, use 8-count music, and you could go through this, right? It doesn't have to be with my voice all the time. Once you learn it, you learn it. And it could be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And you could just put on music and just do this to it, just to get in the groove. All you really need is probably that 3 minutes to go through this multiple times during the week. And you'll notice that your movement will get bigger, it'll get stronger, you'll start to have more awareness. And then when you do your dances, whether you take it from instructors or learning on YouTube, which I hope you're working with an instructor, dancing on YouTube, no, it only takes you so far because you don't learn this stuff and where to apply it, all these isolations, because that truly takes your dancing level through the roof when you really truly understand where it's all coming from. But yeah, have fun with it. Thank you guys so much for watching. I know isolations can be a little hard and tricky, and it's not fun to go through this and train your muscles, but I'm telling you, stick with it, because this is what's truly going to make that difference for your dancing as you move forward. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you loved it so much and you want to share it with your friends, I love you for that. And if you are looking more from me as an instructor here, subscribe to my channel. I would love that as well, as I drop videos every Thursday about dance. So I hope to see you guys on the dance floor soon, and have a great week.